So these are the new images of the accused White House Correspondent Association dinner shooter. The DOJ says that this is Cole Allen in his hotel room in that building. I believe they said he was on the 10th floor. And apparently, before he ran through that magnetometer on the video that you saw, he took some selfies in the mirror of his hotel room, appearing to wear items including a shoulder holster, a sheathed knife, pliers, and wire cutters. Hours after the shooting, President Trump renewed his call for the construction of a secure White House ballroom.
This is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom.
So the ballroom would cost an estimated $400 million. The White House says that it would be funded by private donations, some of those through different donors who would be contributing to this. Moments ago, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul introduced a bill that he says will keep the ballroom privately funded. He is chair of the Homeland Security Committee and member of the National Capital Planning Commission. Senator Paul, good to have you here, sir. Thank you very much for being here.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
You are obviously somebody who watches expenditures very closely. You're very critical of wasteful spending in the government. Why do you think that this is a good way to go about funding this ballroom?
Well, I do think there is a security risk. I mean, this is a third assassination attempt on the president, and I think that there is a need for an event space at the White House. As you said, I'm on the commission. We've already reviewed it. We've reviewed it for the last couple of months, and we voted 8-1 in favor of that. But as you mentioned, I am conservative, so this is my favorite kind of bill. It has no appropriations, no taxpayer expenditure. The president has said he can fund it privately. They've already started raising money for it. The other thing that's different about my bill is my bill doesn't say approve the Trump ballroom. My bill says that White House additions will be approved by the chairman of two committees, Oversight Committee, as well as the Planning Commission. So mine sets in place a process, but doesn't necessarily say, oh, we're only doing this for Donald Trump. And I actually don't do this. I do this to protect him, but I don't do this only for him. I do this for whoever the next president is and the next president.
So I want to play two different sound bites from two Democrats who have very different views on this. One is Senator Chuck Schumer, and then if we can play them back to back, you'll hear Senator Fetterman after that. Watch.
I think we've lost our audio.
Wages Donald Trump's reckless war as the Department of Homeland Security is still not funded. Does Donald Trump roll up his sleeves and say, let's solve these problems? No. He's focused on this ballroom. This gilded, gold-plated, taxpayer-funded ballroom. Trump's values are perverse.
The real reason why people are fighting to build that ballroom, it's the TDS. Our party, my party, as a Democrat, can't be defined by just being the exact opposite of whatever the president puts in front of us now. As elaborate as that facility would be, it's almost no way that could even be finished by the time his term is even done at this point.
All right. Unfortunately, as you may have heard Senator Paul say initially, it sounds like we've lost audio with him, and we're trying to reclaim our connection. Okay. Apparently, the senator is good. So sorry about that, Senator Paul. But basically, we just played Senator Schumer, when you couldn't hear it, saying that, this is a taxpayer-funded disaster and all Trump cares about is his gold-plated ballroom and he doesn't care about DHS funding. And then Senator Fetterman saying that, TDS is taking over his party and that he thinks that the safety security issue is instrumental, although he thinks it'll never be done in time. So what do you say to those across the aisle who are battling over this?
I don't think this should be partisan. I don't think it's about expense either, because there isn't going to be any expenditure if my bill were to pass. So I do think it's something that we could try to get beyond partisanship. And for goodness sakes, we ought to try to keep the president safe. It's almost an impossible job for the Secret Service, but I think this is something now about the safety, and we ought to try to take politics out of it.
Yeah. Well, when I was at the White House yesterday morning for the arrival ceremony, the cranes were moving and things appeared to be not even halted during the ceremony. I think President Trump said, just keep going to try to get it done as quickly as possible. So we'll see where it goes. Senator Paul, sorry about the audio issue, and thank you once again for joining us. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.